Happy Women's Day, all. Have faith in you, have courage in you, and just keep going. Make India skill is a mission which we all have taken, and I'm sure this mission is going to be really giving us a different experience. I have an interesting personality with me today, Suanjana, who is the managing director of India's first beauty and wellness on demand organization and a leading executive search organization. Suanjana.
Hi all, this is Suanjana Biswasya. I actually started my career long back. It's been now almost 17 years, and I'm basically a technical person with a management graduation and post-graduation rather. I started my career with an organization called Indian Aluminium Company, Hindalco, and then worked with ICI and then with a number of organizations for their process consulting and process improvement practices. It included even Tata Business Excellence, it included even ISO 9001, 14001, occupational health safety. It also included TPM, so various systemic improvements that we brought in many organizations, starting from software to construction to process engineering companies to banks, financial institutions. 2006 was a time when I thought I would start with my own recruitment search firm. The reason why I started recruitment search was basically I had a process consulting experience. So I had an exposure of various processes in various kinds of industries. So what happened is I thought that if I have to find out the right fit, recruitment is not just getting certain CVs, it is also trying to find out the cultural fitment, the technical fitment. So I thought that let me get let me do something wherein I can assess the organization's requirement for the competencies. It's more of competency fitment, and so that is where I felt that my process consulting background is really going to play a very vital role when it comes to recruitment, and that's how I moved into recruitment. We have been working with many stalwart organizations for their top hiring, middle level hiring, and I'm sure our clients will boast of us. What I like about this particular profession in this 11 years or 11 plus years of journey, typically for executive search, in our team we have come across, we have hired for ourselves many people who came from various different backgrounds, many people who never thought of really making a career, and the aim was to teach them something new which can be value adding to the society, not only to the society, to many companies, to themselves as well, and making them confident on what they do. So that is the best part which I liked about, apart from client servicing. Of course, client servicing, clients are God, So client servicing is an important aspect in any which ways we all strive towards it. But when it comes to the particular profession of executive search, that's one thing, because this profession is very women centric, and specifically we are standing on a Women's Day, International Women's Day. So this particular profession has always given me chance to improvise skills of women, typically people who have taken a sabbatical, who is to work, then they left work and they wanted to come back to work, or people who were well qualified but they never thought of really doing something, or people who had shifted cities because they got married and the city was completely new to them, so they didn't know what to do. So we could have really great opportunity to teach them, to train them on profiling, on fitment assessment, on understanding various organizations, organizational behaviors, people behavior, many things. And then afterwards when they have left the organization also, they have really done very well for themselves in career. That's one. In the other on-demand beauty wellness services organization, that was a pretty juvenile organization for all youngsters, and we could give a lot of young people who were freshers passed out from NITs, IITs, certain things which possibly they never thought of doing. Let us say an electrical engineer who did social media marketing. I could learn through that particular organization, Glow. I could learn new things like Google AdWords. People do hire social media marketing consultants, which of course is needed also as well. But when you are employing someone, you should also be knowing at the background what happens, and that gave me enormous opportunity. You wouldn't believe, almost for a month, whenever I ran in the morning, I with my earplugs on, and I used to hear YouTube videos on Google AdWords. So what I feel is the key as an entrepreneur is learning. No one should stop learning. Learning keeps us alive. If you're alive, you're learning. If you're not alive, you're not learning. So
Each
learning
one
is
skill
the
one,
key.
make India skill. Thank you.
Thanks to
Happy
all.
Women's Day all.
Happy Women's Day.